Hello and welcome to Friendship and Joy with me, Karin. I'm here in our apartment in Florida, and it's been a while since I last made a video. Before Christmas there was a lot going on. The reason why I haven't been making an episode is because I have been so busy with family and the holidays, and then we went on vacation, and then I got an eye infection and I have to wait for that one to clear up to do you all a favor. And I haven't really had much to show as far as knitting goes. I did finish the Ruby and Roses shawl that I was working on, but I left it in Toronto and now I'm in Florida, so I can't show it to you, and I did not take a picture, so that's too bad. The sweater that I knitted for my nephew, I think I showed you in the previous episode, and I did make another sweater for my future daughter-in-law, my son's fiance. It turned out really beautiful. I have a picture I can put in here actually. The sweater is knitted in dropped air yarn, and I got the pattern. It was a free download from Garn Studio, and I talk about Garn Studio a lot. It means Yarn Studio in English, but they do have their patterns also listed in English, so you just pick the country and then you get them. And the sweater's name is called Nougat, and I think it turned out really, really nice. And this yarn is super soft to knit with. So that one I finished. I knitted it actually super fast. That sweater was done in less than a week because I wanted to give it to her for Christmas. And coming down to Florida, I always like to knit easy things, and we were also on family vacation, and on family vacation when I'm around people, I want to knit something that I don't have to think about too much, but at the same time it can't be boring. So right now I am knitting this shawl. It is called Hisho by Olga Jassy, and that is a pattern that I got from Ravelry, and I paid for it, and it turned out. I think it's interesting. It is almost like a houndstooth pattern, and it becomes a little bubbly. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it becomes a little bit on the bubbly side. And I decided to go with colors that were very similar to what she had. Because these are colors that I didn't use the exact same yarn. I used Cascade fingering weight solids, but I never would have picked these colors together. But now when I see it, it kind of works. So it's a navy blue, yellow, pink, and white, and she had actually, instead of white, she had a gray color. But these are yarns that I had at home, and I figured I'm just gonna use them up. I have them, and it's been a lot of fun knitting this one. Very, very simple. The only thing you do is with the mosaic technique. You see these kind of tails, and you just lift those stitches for 6 rounds, and then you knit them with the next color when you change colors. And that's it, really. You knit 6, you slip 2. You knit 6, you slip 2. Very similar to honeycomb, but then instead, you just change color altogether, and then you knit the slipped stitches as well, and then you stagger the location of where you slip the next stitches. You can see that each time you change color, you slip the stitches. You move the sort of location of where you slip them. I think it's gonna be a nice little shawl. I might keep it down here in Florida, because sometimes, especially in January, it can get a little cool at night when the sun goes down, and it's nice to have something to wrap around your shoulders. So I thought these were kind of fun colors. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. And I have nothing else interesting to talk about when it comes to knitting. Oh, actually, I lied. I do have something. when I came back down here to the apartment that I haven't been to since last year, I forgot that I had left myself a forever project down here. Just leftover yarns from things that I had laying around, and I just decided to very plainly knit something, and I thought that these colors remind me of the ocean, and so I decided to do like a short row kind of what do you call these, chevrons? What do you call them? Triangular patterns, and then just a little bit of plain, a little bit of something simple, so then if I come down here and for a weekend or something, I have something to knit and I don't have to pack my knitting. But that one can lay there for now. I'm just happy to knit away this one. I have a few more sections to do. All in all, I think there will be 7 kind of rounds of this navy, and then you bind off with an I-cord edge at the end so you get this crescent type of shawl. And that's what I'm doing now for a little bit, until my husband comes back and my friends come down here to visit me. I did also wanted to show you the yarn. I'm actually not sure if I've shown you this yarn before, but do you remember the Nomad tee that I knitted a while back? I can put a picture of it here. It was also a fun, quick, and interesting thing to knit. And the only time there was a little bit of things that you have to concentrate on was the center part. So there's a lot of plain knitting, which works when I'm down here. So I bought this yarn from the Knitting Loft in Toronto, and I was gonna make a yellow one of those, and I thought that the 2 middle colors could be done in this sort of robin's egg bluish green with a chocolate brown, and I thought that that could be a nice top to keep down here. This yarn I've never used before. I think, is this the Knitting Loft's own yarn? No, yeah, it says the Knitting Loft on there, called Boots. Oh, la-di-da, that could be the colors, sorry. Oh, la-di-da, or maybe it's different, I'm not sure. It's fingering weight, it is a wool blend, I believe, super soft and beautifully dyed. It has some very slight, I don't know if you can see in this yellow, some little slight variation in density of the dye, which I think lends itself so beautifully when you knit it up. So after that shawl, I'm gonna make myself another Nomad tee with this yarn. I think that's gonna be nice. I also can show you the top that I think I've shown you this before, I'm not sure, but this yarn I bought with, that was when I bought the yarn with Suzanne when we went to Sopper Creek Yarn Store, and I picked up 3 silky type of yarn that I just then knitted without a pattern. I just knitted it. It's a very simple tee. It's a type of silk yarn, so it's nice and cool down here. And as you can see, I knitted it kind of loose and airy. So it's a nice top, it's breathing. All I did was cast on for the neck here, X amount of stitches. I measured it. I did a little I-cord edge, I think. And then I simply did raglan increases until I had enough for the sleeve. Let those stitches rest, continued with the body, and I used up 1 yarn, and then the next skein, and then the 3rd skein. So I made a block tee. Very simple, very easy, and nice and breathable. So that's it when it comes for knitting. I have nothing else to show you other than maybe, do you want a little house tour? I can do a little house tour for you. Let's get in. So this is how you enter. It's one big room. I got my little entrance there. And we have kitchen and living room all together. And down here, the hallway, we have 2 bedrooms. Here's the guest bedroom. This is where everybody who comes to visit will stay. Then we have bathrooms and closets. And here's our bedroom. And we also have a walk-in closet there and an ensuite bathroom. And then we'll go back out here to the view, because after all, Florida is all about the beach and the ocean. So anyways, so I apologize that I didn't get out a Christmas episode, but family comes first as always. I hope you have a good 2023, and I'm looking forward to see what 2023 has in store for all of us. So with that said, take care. Happy knitting. Bye. Hello. And you have to look it up. What the heck was it called? Hello and well, I want to sit straight. It was called oh, shut up. They're so noisy upstairs. I don't know why. Excuse me. Why can I never remember?